From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has declared Thursday, January 9th, as a special non-working day in the city of Manila in observance of the Feast of Jesus Nazareno. The holiday declaration was contained in Proclamation number 766, signed on Friday, December 3rd. The proclamation would ensure the orderly procession of devotees and to facilitate the flow of traffic in the city of Manila. The route of the annual Jesus Nazareno procession, or traslación, on January 9th this year will remain the same. The procession will start from the Quirino Grandstand in Rizal Park and up to Minor Basilica and National Shrine of Jesus Nazareno or Quiapo Church along Quezon Boulevard. The National Capital Region Police Office, or NCRPO, will be deploying 14,000 officers to secure the Feast of Jesus Nazareno. The deployment includes 12,168 officers for area and route security and 2,306 personnel who would serve as an augmentation force. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, or AFP, would also deploy units to assist the Philippine National Police, or PNP, in securing the annual traslación. Meanwhile, President Marcos also signed Proclamation number 767 declaring January 24th a special non-working day in the municipality of Carigara in the province of Leyte. The proclamation, signed by Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin on December 3rd, was upon the request of the municipality to proclaim Friday, January 24th, a special non-working day in lieu of the 454th founding anniversary celebration of the municipality of Carigara on January 25th, 2025, which falls on a Saturday. This will enable the people of Carigara the opportunity to participate in the occasion and enjoy the festivities.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, Philippine National Security Advisor, or NSA, Eduardo Año, described President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s Executive Order, or EO number 81, series of 2024 that reconstituted the composition of the National Security Council, or NSC, a necessary move to further enhance the formulation of policies affecting national security. Año, who is also NSC Director General, said, Administrative Code of 1987 vests the Chief Executive with the continuing authority to reorganize the administrative structure of the Office of the President, which the agency is a part of. He added that Section 17, Article 7 of the Constitution vests in the President the power of control over all executive departments, bureaus, and offices. Año also pointed out that previous chief executives have reorganized the composition of the NSC to meet the President's requirements and changing conditions. Since the NSC was established by President Elpidio Quirino in 1950, it has undergone several reorganizations. Año said President Ferdinand E. Marcos Sr. reorganized the NSC under EO number 396 in 1972. President Corazon Aquino reorganized the NSC under EO 115 in 1986 and EO 292 in 1987. President Fidel Ramos reorganized the NSC under EO number 33 in 1992, while President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo reorganized the NSC under EO number 34 in 2001. And since the purpose of the NSC reorganization is to enhance the formulation of policies relating to national security, Año said the actions and decisions by the presidents rest on sound advice and accurate information.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippines National Human Settlements Board, or NHSB, has set a maximum 2.3% increase in rental for residential units with a monthly rate of 10,000 pesos or less, down from last year's 4% cap. According to a news release on Sunday, the maximum increase in monthly rentals for subject residential units is effective from January 1st to December 31st, 2025, based on NHSB Resolution number 2024-001. The NHSB, as the sole policy-making body responsible for providing overall policy directions and program development to various key shelter agencies, acting upon the recommendation of the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, passed the new resolution in December of 2024. Undersecretary Henry Yap signed the resolution for the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, or DHSUD, representing Secretary and NHSB Chair Jose Rizalino Acozar. The rental cap is being implemented to safeguard housing tenants in lower income brackets and other beneficiaries from excessive rent increases. The measure was enacted pursuant to Republic Act, or RA number 9653, or the Rent Control Act of 2009. Residential unit refers to an apartment, house, and or land on which another's dwelling is located and used for residential purposes, and shall include not only buildings, part or units thereof, used solely as dwelling places, boarding houses, dormitories, rooms, and bed spaces offered for rent by their owners, except motels, motel rooms, hotels, hotel rooms, but also those users for home industries, retail stores, or other business purposes if the owner thereof and his or her family actually live therein and use it principally for dwelling purposes. If the unit becomes vacant in 2025, the lessor may increase the rent of a new tenant beyond the set limit. This increase is permitted because the new tenant is not covered by the aforementioned resolution. However, in the case of boarding houses, dormitories, rooms, and bed spaces, only one rent adjustment is allowed within 2025, even if the increased limit has not been reached. New residential units built and or leased out in 2025, on the other hand, may set their own rent. A new limit of 1% shall apply to units occupied by the same tenants as of 2025, paying 10,000 pesos or less per month, and who will continue to occupy or renew their lease in 2026. Residential units with rents above 10,000 per month in 2025 are excluded from the 2026 rental cap. The tenant is encouraged to seek alternative dispute resolution with his landlord or lessor through the barangay justice system's mediation and/or amicable settlement process. Only if the same cannot be settled will it be adjudicated before the court.
Dateline Malacañang.
Meanwhile, the Senate's chair of Basic Education Committee over the weekend said the 2025 national budget will continue funding free assessments for the issuance of national certifications or NCs of senior high school or SHS learners under the Technical Vocational Livelihood or TVL track. It also carries a special provision making it mandatory for SHS TVL learners to undergo free assessments. In a news release, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian said, these will improve certification rates and boost the employability of SHS TVL learners. Gatchalian said he pushed for an allocation of 438.162 million pesos under the 2024 national budget to fund the free assessment and certification program of SHS TVL learners. The senator noted that the funding, however, remained largely unutilized, especially because participation in the program is voluntary. Out of 1,039 SHS TVL learners who took the assessment last year, only 926 got certified. The 2024 national budget's original target was to certify 420,967 graduates for academic year 2023 to 2024, but this was lowered to 197,077. Gatchalian said to ensure the continuation of the free assessment and certification for SHS TVL learners under the 2025 national budget, 275.86 million pesos is allotted for the program on top of the unutilized funds from fiscal year 2024. The allocation will be lodged under the Department of Education or DepEd budget.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, the Philippines Office of Civil Defense or OCD in Eastern Visayas confirmed over the weekend the recovery of the deceased missing crew member of MV Jerlin Katnes, which sank off the waters of the municipality of Lavezares in the province of Northern Samar on December 30th. According to an OCD news release, the body of the 64-year-old crew member was recovered in Magkarakit Town, Masbate Province. His crewmates, as per the Philippine Coast Guard or PCG, confirmed the recovery. The Coast Guard Northern Samar Station is likewise conducting continuous monitoring in the vicinity of the incident site for possible signs of an oil spill. The vessel en route to San Jose, Northern Samar from Naga City, Cebu, sank due to rough sea conditions 2 days before the New Year at around 2:30 in the afternoon. At the time, the vessel was carrying cement and had 15 crew members on board, including the captain. 13 crew members were rescued alive. One of 2 fatalities, aged 30, was immediately found in Biri, Northern Samar. The Maritime Industry Authority had suspended the cargo ship safety certificate of the vessel.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine Bureau of Immigration or BI officers at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA Terminal 3 in Pasay City intercepted a scam victim who was duped into paying 120,000 pesos for fake assistance to illegally work abroad. According to BI Immigration Protection and Border Enforcement Section Chief Mary Jane Hizon, the victim, identified only as alias Amy, was apprehended on January 2nd after attempting to bypass immigration inspection under the guise of a tourist bound for Bangkok, Thailand. The 27-year-old was stopped by immigration officers after trying to slip past departure counters. Upon inspection, she could not present her passport and boarding pass, claiming that these were held by an unidentified man she met at a restaurant near the terminal. The victim presented a photo of her passport and boarding pass that was found to have a counterfeit immigration stamp. Amy admitted she was lured by a social media post advertising immigration escort services and paid 120,000 pesos through multiple online bank transfers. She handed over her travel documents to the man and was instructed to wait for an alleged escort. Shortly before her supposed boarding time, she was told to rush to the boarding gates. It was then that she was intercepted by BI officers and discovered that the man she was communicating with had blocked her messages. Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said, Amy may have been transacting with a mail-order bride syndicate. In a news release Sunday, Viado said, her admission that she was meeting a man she didn't know in Bangkok raises serious red flags. The victim was endorsed to the Interagency Council Against Trafficking for assistance.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, the Philippine National Police or PNP has ramped up security measures to ensure a safe and peaceful celebration of the Feast of Jesus Nazareno on January 9th. In a statement Sunday, PNP Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil said, extensive preparations are in place and they have coordinated with local government units or LGUs, religious groups, and other agencies. Thousands of police officers will be deployed along the procession route, high-density areas, and designated entry and exit points. Specialized units trained in crowd control will help maintain order and ensure the smooth flow of participants. The PNP Intelligence Group and Anti-Cybercrime Group will closely monitor potential threats, both physical and digital. Medical teams and quick response units will be strategically stationed, and traffic management will be handled by the Highway Patrol Group and local enforcers to minimize disruptions. Marbil urged the public to follow security protocols and avoid bringing prohibited items such as bladed objects, backpacks, or other potentially hazardous items to facilitate smooth inspections. Nazareno 2025 highlights include the Midnight Fiesta Mass and the Grand Traslacion, which sees the revered Jesus Nazareno image transported from Rizal Park's Quirino Grandstand to the Quiapo Church. Meanwhile, the PNP did not put aside the possibility to implement signal jamming of mobile phones or cell phones on the day of the Traslacion. According to PNP Public Information Office Chief, Police Brigadier General Jean Fajardo, this will depend on the ongoing threat assessment for January 9th. Fajardo asked the public for their understanding if the PNP will implement the signal jamming on the day of the Traslacion. In the meantime, the PNP will implement leapfrogging from Quirino Grandstand up to all the routes of the Traslacion to interrogate and apprehend those violating rules implemented during the celebration. Among these are liquor ban, bringing sharp objects, wearing of shoes, and bringing bags or other objects that may cause an accident during the procession.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, Radyo Pilipinas World Service of the Presidential Broadcast Service is heard over the following shortwave frequencies: 9.475 MHz, 15.640 MHz, and 17.820 MHz. You can also visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.